I'm Virginia Shannon. I'm a current organizer in this year's Green Corps class. I was a conservation biology major at Middlebury College in Vermont, and so I had spent all 4 years studying fish and birds and the wildlife and our ecosystems. So I was working in a lab at Middlebury on climate change and the impacts on our forests, and also writing a thesis on Atlantic salmon. And I thought, okay, I could do lab work and keep studying our ecosystems and the wildlife and forests that I really care about. But ultimately, I want to be on the front lines and tackling these problems on a bigger scale. And I sort of came to the realization we didn't have time to wait to deal with these problems. And it was going to take a long time for the research I was doing to turn into new policy and actually make an impact. And it was during my senior fall, as I was having this realization, that Blair Bowie from the class of Green Corps in 2010 came back to recruit at Middlebury. And she was a friend of mine, and so I went to support her and hear what she was up to. She said, this is an opportunity you're going to have to go to a community or into a university, wherever you may be working, and talk to one person and light the fire in them, and then you get to go to the next and light the fire in them. And soon enough, you're going to be such a big community and such a bold burning flame and fire that no one can put you out. And it clicked for me in that moment that I could really dedicate my life and find a career path working for the change I wanted to see. I went to run my first campaign for the Sierra Club's Beyond Coal. And we were working to convince the CEO of a utility in Indiana to commit to their clean energy program, where they were buying solar and wind power back from their customers to really increase the clean energy economy and bring renewables to Indiana. And it was pretty quickly that I realized I was a little bit out of my comfort zone. I didn't know so much about Indiana, but I was ready, with all my skills from the classroom to take the state by storm. So it was in the first 4 weeks I ran my recruitment drive, and I was really just surprised. Every day I was petitioning, phone banking, hanging posters, starting our Facebook group, and I sort of thought to myself, how is this going to all come together, and how am I going to make this actually work? And 4 weeks in, we had our kickoff meeting at the public library in Michigan City, Indiana. And all of a sudden, 45 people were coming into the room and sitting down and wanting to volunteer and join in and see clean energy in their town. A couple weeks in, we had a commitment from the CEO of the utility to continue their clean energy program beyond that 3-year trial phase. Being able to run effective meetings, leadership development, working together as a team, being strategic, thinking through our campaign stories. In Green Corps, we keep delving into those skills throughout the year. And so I feel like by the time I'm graduating Green Corps, I'm just going to be so well-rounded as an organizer and prepared to continue developing those and sharing them with an organization that I go on to.